What's up, guys?
We are live. Welcome back. Yes. How's everybody doing today?
Doing good.
Good.
I'm having a good one. I'm enjoying today.
That's
Got
good.
a special guest, Mr. Kelly from Blue Collar Fishing. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Yep. Thanks for joining us.
So
Yeah,
Kelly has been around since like the early days of when we all met. He's one of our OG dudes. Used to hang out back in when I was all starting off. Grant and John were both old schools when I first started, I guess.
I think I won this for his like 500 subscribers or something.
Thanks for wearing it.
You win all those things, Grant. So,
Haven't
yeah.
won
Right?
in a long time. It's been a
You
long
probably haven't tried in a long
there
time.
Yeah.
There for a little while, I was hitting those up a lot too. It was like I won like 4 or 5 of like the Twitter giveaways and the YouTube giveaways, and then Grant won like 5 or 6 in a row.
Yeah. Shannon, Ben, Wild Game Pursuit, David Martin,
Peter.
Cheers.
Shan-
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Shannon, I have to apologize to you. So Shannon won our treasure hunt giveaway thing. And I'm just, but at this point, I'm notoriously slow at mailing out prizes. And I'm sorry, I haven't done it yet. I've got it right here.
Wow.
I know that's crappy. And I'm really sorry, Shannon. But you're going to have to just keep watching videos until I'm sorry.
Didn't you win that last year?
I'm going to be public about it. Like I screwed up in not sending that out yet, Shannon. So I'm publicly frustrating myself. I was, to be fair about this, I was way later the last time she won. So
If she gets it by the end of March, she'll be getting it sooner.
Dude, I still got my Christmas tree up. So
oh Lord,
this is how my life is.
It's how you roll.
Yep, that's how I
knew
roll.
I knew a guy growing up lived down the road to me. I grew up in rural Tennessee, but he lived at the end of the road. But by himself, he had a cabin on his property or whatever, and he put a set of office chair wheels in the bottom of his Christmas tree, and then he'd just wrap it up, roll it in the closet, and then come like November, he'd unwrap it and roll it back out. So maybe you can invest in an office chair there, Stanley.
Yeah, if I had closet space. You should see like some of. Oh, it's not that wall. We're doing a lot of remodeling and construction. I have been for 10 years, and one of the things I'm building is closets. So, because I don't got those.
So if you don't know Blue Collar Fishing, his link is in the description below. Make sure you check him out. For those that don't know you, for those that don't know you, tell us where you're at.
Well, my name's Kelly. I'm Blue Collar Fishing, as I stated before. I'm located right now in eastern Pennsylvania. That's where we film and fish out of. I know Grant and Stanley for a while now. We used to, back when lives were a thing, we used to go into these different lives together to help our channels grow. As a matter of fact, Stanley hit his 1,000 subscribers on my channel one night.
Yep.
So, and now all of y'all have surpassed me, but you're welcome.
Hey, that's how that journey goes. You can't sweat that because, you're one video away. You're going to have one video and it's going to be like the worst video ever. And all of a sudden you're going to get 100,000 views and, 30,000 subscribers out of it. And we're going to be saying the exact same thing about you. So
next time, instead of reviewing a shovel, I need to review a hoe, maybe. Seems like good.
You got to follow up, man.
this week on garden tools.
All right, his link is in the chat too.
Appreciate that.
Mr. Nicholas Pouliot, good to see you.
Hey, Nick.
Mark J. Larson, good to see you. So tell us a little bit about the Pennsylvania fishing. Mark J. Larson, good to see you.
Actually, we were just talking about.
Tell us a little bit about the Pennsylvania fishing.
Is that me?
Yeah,
hold on. Actually, sorry about that.
It's all right.
My YouTube came unmuted.
Oh, Wild Game. We'll talk Wild Game. He's 150 away from 1,000. We need to play with that.
Yes.
Time for a beer. I totally agree. So yeah, Kelly, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you here, man. Tell us, Pennsylvania. What have you got coming up for us? What's the what's going on for you right now in Pennsylvania? I know you got some cold weather and stuff.
Yeah, cold weather. Winter hasn't quite ended up here yet. March is actually probably about the worst time. We were talking earlier. Excuse me. We were talking earlier that in Pennsylvania in March, the lake trout season ends February 28th. Normally, this year it ended around President's Day, February 20th. But that'll end February 28th, and into the month of March, you'll have what's called the lockout here. And any area that they stock these trout in this trout program in is locked out until the season opener of April 2nd. So no matter what you're fishing for, if it's got stock trout, if it's approved stock trout waters, then you're locked out of it. You can get a fine. The game warden will fine you and can take your gear and stuff if it's posted. So you have to find areas to fish that aren't stocked with the trout. And we still have ice on the water, but we don't have, safe ice. The shores are kind of toast. So the area of Pennsylvania I live in is kind of in the southern region, southeastern region. So this year's the first year we've had safe ice in a while. So I did get a chance to fish the late season of trout right before it closed. I have a wild trout video. I went to a wild trout stream up north. So I posted that last week. That's the last fishing project I've got going on. I'm going to try to enter the kayak bass tournaments this year. I was going to do it last year. It just didn't work out between work and new jobs and long hours. So I'm going to try to do that this year. That's something that we hopefully got coming. And I am going to try to do some collaboration. I know me and Stanley have talked in other platforms, and we're going to try to meet up maybe around September. John invited me to his little family reunion thing there in May, but that's a little too fast coming for me right now. Or April, I think it was. But appreciate the invite, though.
We're gonna get it together. You're gonna be you're gonna get down here, and then you're gonna wonder why you're even going back.
I wonder that just about everywhere I go,
without even having been down here yet.
Every time I shovel snow, I ask my wife, "Why do we live here?"
John, thank you, sir. Cheers to you.
Sure. Cheers to you.
Appreciate it. And Ben says the judge asked the defendant, "Why did you fish there when it's clearly marked?" The defendant said, "But Your Honor, it said fine for fishing."
It's not bad.
Oh, Lord.
Remember
that. Oh,
and you can look them up. Pennsylvania's got a lot of strange laws, especially in the outdoor world. I did do a video on it, but you can look them up.
Oh, we lost Grant. Where'd he go? He's taking his money and running. He had to get a refill.
See, I got $20. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm done with this.
You all right there, Grant?
My audio started acting wonky.
All right, Steve. Grant.
At least I don't have to wait for somebody to let me back in.
Right.
That's true. That's true.
But it's kind of like a mixed thing, you know. It's like you don't have to let anybody back in, but it's also like you're the host, and all of a sudden when that happens, you're on the clock because a couple of minutes from now, if you're not back on, it shuts us all down.
Peter's in the house.
What's up, Peter?
Mr. Larson, sir, it's very much appreciated.
Mark, thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
You guys are making me drink this way too fast.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I'm not complaining about that. Yeah, so good. John, do we have issues like that where they? I've never heard of anything where they don't allow you to fish in where they're stocking stuff. I haven't seen that before. I know we got some weird rules.
What's funny in Texas, there's a lot of places that I've been and heard about that have like fishing seasons. Like there's certain times you just, and other than like maybe federal water, red snapper, most fish here
that's
in
a weird
Texas,
one.
you can fish it all year long. There's not a season for bass. There's not a season for catfish. There's not a, some of the trout, like he was talking about, they have a put and take trout. We have a program like that here too. And so that's kind of seasonal only because in the wintertime they put them in there and then you go fish them, just for those few months in the winter before it gets too hot and they die. But yeah, we don't have a lot of weird. Okay, so flounder, right? We got that season, that time in late November through I think most of December where flounder, you're not allowed to fish for flounder. I think they
is it 2 weeks or 6 weeks? I forget if it's mid-November or mid-December when they shut that down.
I think it's that 4-week period, kind of mid-November through mid-December, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I talk to people like in Michigan, they've got certain areas. There's a season for walleye even. Like you can't just fish walleye all year in some of the locations up there. So
and what we saw, and it's probably more common than what I'm familiar with because I don't see this stuff. But when we went trout fishing up in Wisconsin, we pulled up to this park and we crossed this bridge. You pull up to this park. We went to do our trout fishing, and where we went trout fishing, we actually went under this bridge to get a bunch of shiners for bait. And so we used those on the one side of the stream, but we were not allowed to use those as bait on the other side of the bridge. Like the different sections of stream had different rules for how you could fish. It was artificial only. Yeah. And I mean, I find that weird. We don't have anything like that.
I saw that in New Mexico. And they do have that here, like on a Guadalupe below Canyon Lake, again, for the trout. There's a trophy zone, they call it, where you're only allowed to use lures. They can't be barbed.
Yeah, we have that.
Certain size fish. So, and I've seen that one in New Mexico too.
We have that anywhere that they found natives, because they there's a stretch here by where I live of on the Saucon that they won't stop because they don't want to damage the native population that they found there, because the stock trout can really put a hurting on a native population if you dump 400 fish that weren't there before in it.
Right. That makes sense.
And there are, there are a lot of regulations around wild trout and native trout here. Some of the areas that are open to fishing, like I think it's called the Yellow Breeches, and that's open year round, but it's artificial only, catch and release only. So there's no harvesting in that and in those areas.
Yeah, and down in Florida, who was our guest from down in Florida?
Small Water Charters.
Small Water Charters said some of their lakes that they bass fish are catch and release only. You can't keep the bass down there. It's just in certain lakes.
We have some lakes up here that are catching. They're small lakes that are catch and release only, and they're trying to bring back the population. The one near here is Leeser Lake, but Leeser's Lake, the dam busted. So when the dam busted, that put a hurting on, and of course, the fish population. So it's been catch and release for several years now. I think they are. Rumor has it, I haven't confirmed it yet or verified it, but the rumor has it is I think they are going to lift some of those restrictions, that the population's back enough now that you can harvest, but it's going to be a limited harvest. It's not going to be like the state. So some lakes had, like we have state limitations or our catch limits from the state, from our wildlife resource agencies. And then we have some lakes that not only do you have to abide by the state's limits, but you have to abide by the special regulations that's set by the conservation agencies.
Yeah.
Like
we've got some weird ones like that
and
with federal and open waters here.
Yeah.
Ben,
We've got
I
two
know,
small
man.
lakes nearby that the dams have busted and they're rebuilding.
They haven't, you know, they just passed that new rule for the speckled trout. Well, they've submitted it. It's not law yet. So the speckled trout is still 15 to 25, and you can keep 5 anywhere along our coast.
And 1 over 25, right?
Yeah. And they expect that new rule to come in effect sometime mid-March. But then it's only good till September. And I am seeing some folks, YouTubers down there on the coast, catching some really nice, healthy trout. So
they're there
because they're really good at it, or maybe the population is not as bad off as we think. I don't know.
They're there. There's trout. It's not like it has been in the past, but the ones that made it through the freeze are going to be some fat, healthy fish.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
they have less competition.
Yeah, exactly. The resources are, you know, they've never had that opportunity that they have now. So
exactly.
Now, the quantity is down.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. Maybe that's what it is. We'll have quality over quantity. Talk about crazy rules. When Kayla, my oldest daughter, the one in the Navy, was in Washington, they had rules there where, like, when you caught fish, you had to record it on your license. End of the year, you had to turn your license in, right? And you could go to a lake, and they can change the rules that day to where you cannot catch any of whatever this species is on this lake today. You know, not like, hey, next month you're not going to be able. No, it was like, today the rule changes. Surprise!
I'm not buying that. Crazy. I'm not buying that, because how are you supposed to be fishing and drinking and filling out stuff on your license? That's BS. I call BS on that.
That's a challenge. That's the challenge. That's what I'm saying. It's messed up.
I joke about that as somebody who doesn't drink when I'm fishing.
Oh, there he goes again.
I mean,
the Grant Channel takeover. Now's our chance.
Yeah, we're gonna tell him when he comes back. Use that $20 you got to fix your audio. Use that $20 to fix your audio that you just got.
Yeah, I mean, it's my $1,200 cell phone that I'm using, so it's got to be StreamYard.
Yeah, it is. I've had it happen to me.
It's just weird that it's really.
We know that Steve was having that issue, so.
Well, I guess Mello had some issues last week. I did miss last week because of the basketball game. I did watch that replay. He's definitely someone I'd like to go fish with.
Yeah, he's a good guy too.
You guys missed last week. It was on Stanley's channel. Check it out. John and Stanley, along with Kelly's link, are in the description.
Yep.
So, Kelly, what kind of fish in Pennsylvania have you not caught that you're wanting to catch?
In Pennsylvania that I haven't caught?
Anything up that way?
Yeah, actually. And I don't know why I haven't caught it. There's plenty of them around. I got a buddy I go with, catches them all the time. It's not a hard fish to catch. It's not a hard fish to find. But it's in that stock trout program. They're up here. It's a genetically modified fish. It's a golden rainbow is what the Pennsylvania strain of it's actually called. A lot of people call them palominos, but it's a trout. It's a rainbow trout that's a goldish banana trout. They stock them in ponds. They look like goldfish. Banana trout. They're really pretty. I'd like just one picture of one and then I'm done. I don't care if I ever catch another one again. Just want the one. Everybody else has caught, dozens of the freaking things. It's just that fish is like, no soup for you. Yeah.
Boom. Farmall's in the house.
Before that,
cheers to Farmall. Wild Game will cheers you in a minute, but Farmall, cheers to you.
Farmall's here.
I don't mean to call you out on that Wild Game, but I'm going to use that excuse in the future. Like, oh yeah.
Wild Game, did you use Super Chat or Super Sticker?
I've had them both. It looked like it went through, and then after the live stream, I got a refund because it really didn't go through.
I hadn't seen that one, but that didn't surprise me.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those palominos caught up there in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, they're neat. I mean, it's just a trout. But it's a man-made trout at that. But I just think they're pretty. I just want one picture. That's all I want. Just one picture. Say I've caught it, and I can move on with my life.
Right.
Yeah. But before that, it was walleye. Walleye was like that. I know walleye isn't a fish that's hard for people, I guess, but it's like that fish that always eluded me. But we did a trip in Great Erie last year, I think, year before last, and we absolutely just smacked them. So walleye is off my list now. We all caught limits.
Gotcha.
I'm proud to say I was able to knock that off my list with these two gentlemen right here myself.
Yep, last year. So it's been recent for us. So
but
anything?
Freshwater fish. I mean, that I haven't caught. I can't think of too many. I'm not a guy that goes 2 or 3 weekends a year. I'm a guy that goes 50, 60, 70 weekends a year, you know?
The game in
You're not kidding, man.
Brian Drums, good to see you. So have you done any saltwater fishing?
Yeah, I've done saltwater fishing before. A lot of surf fishing. The Atlantic seaboard's only about 2 hours from here.
No, that's good.
Yeah, that's not bad. You ought to spend some time over there getting in them blues.
Two and a half. Yeah, blue. I caught blue. There's shark. They call them croaker up here. I don't know if you call them croaker.
Yeah, we got croaker.
Croaker, okay.
I assume it's the same fish. Sometimes
croakers.
It's not.
What's that?
There he is.
Ball with wings. It's a trash fish. Sea robin.
You know what? I ate one of those last year. They're not bad. They're actually really good eating. Surprisingly so. They're really pretty. Like I would never eat one again just because they're pretty fish, but they are good eating.
I don't know. I think most people consider them a trash fish. Right?
Yeah, you know what they are, but New Jersey eats them. I heard that's a common thing up there. Wild game. There it went through. So cheers to you, sir.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
And he threw that extra $1 in there too. Look at that.
Yeah, right. Just to rub it in a little bit. Yeah, like the robin fish, we don't eat them here. It's not even something you catch that often. You got to be kind of fishing goofy to get them in the first place. But I talked to some guys up in New Jersey, and they were like, "Oh yeah, no, we eat those all the time." I think it was like Adam Mahara was talking about that.
You eat them, don't say we.
And I'll eat it again too. It was a good one.
I ate croaker. I ate blue. Blue tastes like a mouthful.
Croaker's good, actually.
Yeah, croaker not bad. A lot of bones, but it's not bad.
I like blue. Any of those, I think.
Some people like blue. Not for me.
It's not on my list.
It's
I'll eat blue, but it's. I don't even think redfish is that good of a fish.
It's like only mush. Yeah, I get it.
And bluefish is better.
Farm on some little rays. Oh, that's it.
Cheers,
I like this game. So a mini cheers. I'm giving Farmall a little cheers.
Yeah.
So I remember we were talking about it earlier from the early days. I remember Farmall back then when he was doing his live streams. I had never seen growth like his. He's got it figured out. It's like one of the fastest growing channels I ever saw.
Yeah. Skyrocketed.
Not to mention, he's in Florida, right?
He is.
He's in Pennsylvania. Farmall's in Pennsylvania.
Why did I think he was in Florida? Maybe I'm thinking of Hamiltonville Farm. Hamiltonville Farm is in Florida. Sorry.
Farmall lives on the other side of Pennsylvania. Me and Farmall have some of the best smallmouth fishing in the world between us.
Man, get on that and take advantage of that.
Right.
I will. It's not, Pennsylvania's kind of wide. It's not a,
Dude, you're talking to a Texan, okay? If I drove to California, half that drive is Texas. So
that's true. Texas is ridiculous. You're like, you both in Texas, yeah, but Texas is big. You can't just.
I've never even heard
all
about
day
that
drive from one side of Texas to the other.
Right. Yeah. When we went down, it was 6 hours to get to Texas, and then another 8 hours in Texas.
How far are you normally from water though? Like Texas has a lot of good water in it, right?
I got lakes within 20, 30 minutes. At least three lakes.
It's nothing like what you guys got. There's like I've got a lake and a creek, an artificial lake that are like 30 minutes away from me, and I'm lucky for that. Like up north, it's a little bit better in the Dallas area, but down here it's barren and flat.
But you got the coast.
But we got the coast, and I'm a saltwater guy, and I'm not complaining. I don't care. And the Oasis River sucks. That's all.
Gotcha.
Yeah, John's a couple hours from the coast, right?
I'm about 2.5.
Yeah, I'm actually an hour away, but I don't. That means nothing to me. The coast is worth it. I'll go every weekend.
In this scenario, I guess Grant's the furthest away from the coast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, by far.
Yeah. What coast would be the closest for you, Kelly?
Atlantic.
I mean, well, like what state?
New Jersey.
Jersey.
Go get yourself some.
I know you don't really think about New Jersey being a coastal state, but it is. So is New York, actually. New York ain't that far away.
Yep.
Thanks, Mark, Jay.
But yeah,
I like this game. This is fun.
New Jersey is the closest. Delaware is not that far away either. Delaware is like 3 hours. The Delaware coast.
Nice.
How far? How far is it?
About 3 hours. 3 hour drive.
It is. Oh no, I'm thinking of something else. I'm sorry. So it's like an hour and a half flight from here to Cozumel. Speaking of which, did you do any fishing in Cozumel when you were down there?
Steelhead, nice.
Me?
Yeah.
I was in Punta Cana. Not Punta Cana. Cancun area.
You Harris, Cancun?
But no, we didn't. Punta Cana is Atlantic.
Pursuit's going to do a collab with LT Outdoors. I remember LT Outdoors has been in here before, right? We've had him on. Not as a guest, but he's been in the chat and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know LT. Not too much, but I've seen videos, just not recently.
Jigging through ice for some steelhead.
Now that is, I'm not an ice person, but steelhead is so high on my list of stuff. Salmon in general, salmon and those salmon and lake trout are like.
Yeah, that's my next.
I've got. Okay, I sort of had steelhead checked off my list.
How did you catch like half of one? You get taxed?
No, I caught a full steelhead, but a lot of people will tell you that a Great Lakes steelhead is not a real steelhead.
Yeah, so it's a rainbow trout steelhead, and there's the whole. It has to go in the ocean and come back to be a true steelhead, and it's just an argument between fishermen. Really, the biologists say the fish is the same fish. So, yeah,
their DNA is identical. It's just that.
But I bet they taste better
they don't
after having
have to go into the ocean. They go into the Great Lakes.
Right.
They have to be marinated in the Atlantic. I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to side on that. It doesn't count as a great tasting fish until it has marinated in the sultry currents.
Well, I hope next time you go up there, you catch one, and we say, don't count, family. Your rule.
I'm still going to eat it.
Well, I don't know where y'all are. I thought it counted. I mean, it
counts. As far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, it counts.
DNA's identical. If you lay them both down beside each other, unless you do like biological test of the saltwater content.
I want somebody to do that video. Somebody, please do that video, cooking them both, and let me know the difference. I want that video.
Is Hooked Up and Backlash in the house? I didn't see him.
Hooked Up and Backlash.
Yeah, he slipped in there. What's up, man?
He's one of the ones that sent pictures for the show tonight.
Cheers, Farmall.
A little bit.
Well, I would have to go to. I would have to go to the East Coast of New York and there in the Steelhead Run, and then go to the.
You could make it up there. You're actually pretty close on that. You could make it up there, do that, and then you'd have to probably take like a different tangent run and do your other fishing, and then come back down or something, right?
I'm actually a lot closer to New York than I am the other side of Pennsylvania.
Have you fished with Jag?
With who?
Jag?
Jag? No, we had discussed it, and then COVID happened.
Yeah.
And Jag's in New York. New York wasn't letting anybody in.
Yeah.
But I do remember Jag fishing from back in those days too.
Mm-hmm.
And I was also y'all remember Darren's Northern Life?
Oh yeah. Darren, he got a girlfriend.
He's been a guest on here before.
I know he got a girlfriend. So, but he's invited me up to go ice fishing every March for like the past 5 years, I guess, since whenever we first started meeting. And I'm, this year we're going to do it. And then something happened, and then the following year we were going to do it, and then he got a guiding contract, and he went toward Alberta to guide for March or whatever. And okay, next year, and then COVID happened. We were going to do it, and Canada, they're very strict. I couldn't cross the border. They wouldn't let anybody in their country. So they released that a little bit now, but with everything going on in the world now, who knows? They're probably going to be back to being very strict. But so maybe one day we'll make it happen. I've really been wanting to collab with Darren. Me and Darren kept a relationship going after Cole's Outdoors.
Farmall dropping a 5 bomb. Cheers, Farmall.
Yeah, Farmall. I'm taking like a solid shot on that one, sir. Now I do want Darren
like
in here.
Drinking game for you all.
It became a drinking game, and I want Darren in here. Somebody needs to hit him up and tell him to get his butt in here so that we can discuss. He needs to be able to defend himself. But Farmall,
right?
That's funny, dude.
That is funny.
I don't have the window up. What do you say? Darren got
Darren got pee whipped.
He may have. She seems like a nice girl.
We were taught. She said, "Yeah, nice. Got nothing against her. Nothing like that." He was one of those guys. He was pushing content. He was doing it great. Making great videos. I love him. His live streams. I was loving his live streams and everything. And then he got together with her, just disappeared. He was in here last summer. I think we were talking about going bear hunting, and I was like, me and my brother were like, "Yes, I want to go bear hunting. That sounds awesome." And then gone.
Well, I mean, not only that, but like I said, Canada's pretty strict. So COVID ruined a lot of his business.
Oh yeah,
like definitely. His guiding all got shut down for a long time. So. But
Ben, sorry, my drinking habits are like either like the not rot gut, but the low level quality stuff or the good stuff. I don't like the in between. Like I don't like Jack. But I don't like R&R.
Like Jack, just because I like
Jack. We talked about that last week. I did, yeah.
Yeah, we did. Well, you got to bring it up again.
Long story short, I have a weird taste. So he's making fun of me for Kentucky Deluxe. I like the well.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but it mixes well and it's cheap. I'm not sitting here making my $1.13 super chats when I stream. So.
Hooked up backlash. That's Robert. He says getting down to the coast hopefully this weekend. Oh, Oyster Fest down at Rockport.
Yeah,
I'm really down there for that. I need to one day or 1 year.
I was thinking about going and getting some oysters and some clams and stuff.
Go hit Oyster Fest.
Sounds good. We've eaten some oysters together, haven't we?
Yeah,
that was my first raw oyster ever. Was that trip.
I had them as a teen one time. I think I might have got them like out of season a little bit. I've never been so sick in my life, and I can't even look at them now. And I liked them.
Cheers!
I enjoyed them. But later on,
appreciate your wall game. I love oysters, man. I love them to death. I used to work at a executive surf club in Corpus Christi. And man, that's what I'd have for lunch every single day. It's probably like 24 oysters. I just love them.
Hey, good. Can I get another beer?
Right,
Mr. Larson, sir. Cheers.
Mark, thank you, Mark. Appreciate you, Mark.
It's a work night, guys. It's a work night. Calm down.
Yeah, right. I appreciate this as a drinking game and everything, guys. Like, Honestly, thank you. That really does mean a lot. It just does. I don't even know what to say about it, but thank you. You guys are being very generous. Appreciate it.
Hooked up in Backlash. Glad you got it taken care of.
I see. He showed some pictures or video one time when he was working on it. I remember that. He's got an RV that he keeps down there at the coast. So nice.
But does he still have it?
Yeah.
You got your insurance claim. You getting it repaired or?
Yeah, he got it fixed.
Okay. Yeah. That's what got completed. Okay, I thought he was saying the insurance claim got completed.
Hopefully my girlfriend don't see that. She'll be mad I'm spending money on a YouTube channel and not on her.
Uh-oh.
Busted.
Just finished up last week. Good deal.
Nice.
What about you guys? What y'all got going on? It's been a while since we all talked.
Yeah.
What's in the works for you guys?
I've got a little trip not this coming weekend, but the weekend after, up to Albuquerque to see my mom. And then no big plans other than April. We're going to meet at the coast, some of us, and hang out and fish. And then, of course, this summer we're going to be going to Michigan. Michigan's going to be a little different for us this summer because both my daughters are going to show up for part of the time, and both the grandbabies. So the grandbabies have never been up there to our little house in Michigan. So that'll be fun.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
Heck yeah.
We'll get out dates and stuff, Grant, because I know you want to try and make it up there. I know he's got family obligations. He's not sure he's going to be able to make it or not.
Yeah, it's going to be a really packed summer for me, regardless of what we do. I don't even know if we're going to do Wisconsin, which is like become an annual affair. I know Wisconsin's coming down here, our family from up there, but it looks like what they want to do is we go up to Wisconsin, they come back down for a week, and then everybody comes down here for a week. But that week that they all come back down is going to be like Rachel's first week back at school because her school schedule's dumb. So we're working through all that.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a weather window myself. The fishing down here is decent. Like there's some big reds. There's still people catching pompano in the surf. There's fish to be caught.
Yep.
But man, it's been really big surf. And when it's not surf, even when it's flat, it's been windy. And that just shuts you down. As soon as we get something, I'm like making some plans where I would like to get out to the beach this weekend. We'll see what happens. The surf's going to be big. Maybe I'll go hit a pier or go wade fishing. I don't know, but got some fun stuff coming up. We're going to be doing a lot of fishing this year for sure.
Yeah.
Is it unseasonably cold down there for y'all?
Yes. Yeah. Exceptionally cold. We hit, it's 67 right now. So I've got to turn on the heater as soon as we get off of here.
We got to 70, I think, today, and by the
like
weekend
72.
we're going to hit the 80s. So it's a warm front again, but then Sunday is supposed to drop back down again. We'll see how far.
Yeah.
Well, come on down, Janet. Tell Grant to just.
That's what I'm saying.
All in the car. Come on down. April.
Yes. April is one of the premier months.
I'm actually supposed to be on call the weekend. You guys are going to be down there, John. But
swap with somebody.
Yeah, we're still seeing what's going to happen.
Okay. Cool. That'd be nice. That would be cool.
It's going to be a good one. That's a good time to be here.
Got some more people coming. Joe Willis is probably going to be there with his wife. And then a couple Army buddies are talking about trying to make it. So now they're not into YouTube and they don't fish a lot. They're just coming down to hang out, be at the beach and drink and eat and tell lies. So should be
at some point we're going to have to start doing the whole, like, I'm not going to like go around having people signing waivers and stuff, but we're going to have like things where it's like, okay, no cameras allowed in this direction. Like there'll be a section of beach that's not allowed to be on camera.
You're going to go nude or something? What are you talking about, Sam?
Yeah. You're not?
No.
Dude, it's the beach, man.
I was trying to push me back in the water if I go nude.
You know how it is. I want people to be comfortable.
Hooked Up in Backlash is asking, what's the dates? April 20.
Let me look. I got it right here.
I got it right here.
21st through the 24th.
Yep, I will confirm that. 21st through the 24th of April, we're going to be at the beach. Well, we don't know where on the beach, but we're going to be, the North Padre area, right there across the causeway, that area. He knows the area down there, so. Matter of fact, he's one of the ones that submitted a picture for tonight when we want to show those pics.
What picture? Bring. We can keep talking while we show his picture. What you got?
Yeah, what you got, Grant?
I'll throw you up there.
All righty. All right, so not only did I have fans post pictures, but I had my daughter send a picture. That's my oldest. She's the one in the Navy. She was in Washington State at that time, I believe. I was not there when she caught that fish. Trout, of course. I was challenged with identifying it. I want to say maybe a big brook just because of the spots, and it's got a little bit of white on those lower fins, but I'm not sure. So anybody else got a guess? Dorsal fin looks real tall. I don't know. I guess it's just the angle of it. But so that's the first one. That's my oldest. Anybody want to guess what kind of trout that is?
I got no guesses. I don't know the first thing about it, but I know that thing looks super tasty.
The color through the line there, but all the spots are telling me brook or brown, something like that. I'm not sure.
Farm all I want in on that. That sounds fun.
I know. That's why I was saying that'd be a monster.
I thought it was like a bull catfish.
Oh no, that's you got to blow it up. I blew it up. It's definitely a trout. All right, let's see what else we got. Well, she also sent this picture because those are her two kiddos, my grandkids. That was me fishing with them on Canyon Lake a few years back on a little dock there. So thank you, Kayla. There's hooked up in backlash. That's Robert.
Yeah.
You got a nice black drum there they caught down at the coast, I'm sure.
You keep those?
Huh?
He's in the chat, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
You keep those? It's like bass. It's one of those things like, Kelly, do you keep bass? I asked the same thing if anybody keeping black drum.
I'll eat a black drum.
I grew up eating them, but
yeah.
I don't keep the great big ones because they wormy and all that. But that size right there is a good eating size, I would think.
I'm on the same page. I mean, I'll eat anything, but I'm not necessarily going to want to keep like a 52-incher.
That's his first one on the fly.
Okay,
fly fishing. Nice. I didn't notice the fly rod until just now.
Mm.
Gorgeous. I don't really keep them.
Great picture too. Good color.
No, because I fish public waters mostly, so.
Yeah. So that's something that I'll eat anything, but I do get wary of the waterway that I'm fishing.
So Hooked RR is another Robert. That's his daughter. They were that's white bass, right? So the run's going on right now. So he was probably down 59 Bridge when they slayed the white bass there. You got a nice stringer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Another Robert Perez. The one on the far right is his son. The other two, I'm not sure if they're friends or cousins. Definitely catfishing. That's his little boat in the background there. Then the next picture is Robert himself. That was Calaveras Lake. So you can see he's got a freshwater red drum on there and some big kitty cats. Mostly blue cats on that one.
Boys are eating good on that night.
Yeah.
Multiple nights.
Definitely.
A lot of meat.
Yeah.
That's, I want to say, he's going to kill me. Tom Trudeau, I believe it is. Sent that one. That's a nice big blue cat, right? That's a beast there. That is a beast.
Man, they get so round.
Mm-hmm.
So much more than like the stuff we see on like the beach, and like them big gaff tops. They just don't get that round.
Yeah, they don't get thick like that.
Yeah.
And that is my bro-in-law, Dale, who he's kind of my fishing buddy whenever we get up to Michigan at the same time. He's Audrey's brother, of course, and he grew up there. And then he met me down in Florida when we fished with Wayne, Sea-Pro Fishing, this last year. And he got a nice little walleye there. That's Uncle Leonard's boat.
Yeah, recognize that.
I missed one somewhere. Let's see if I skipped over it or if I just didn't get in the slides. Oh, I feel bad now. Uncle Leonard, his wife sent me a picture and I didn't put it up there for whatever reason, but it's a big grouper. He's down, he goes down in Florida to the Keys for a month or a month and a half, 2 months during the winter. And they went out on a charter boat and he got a big red grouper. I think it was either a red or a
nice.
So sorry about that, Leonard. We'll put yours in the next live stream.
Is he watching by chance, or he'll catch it after the stream?
Could be. I don't know.
If you are watching after the fact, Uncle Leonard, sir, miss you. Just want to say hi.
Stanley, you got some pictures you're wanting to show?
I got a couple up there. Let's go ahead and throw them up if you got them, or do I have to do that? Okay, you got it. A couple of people. We're just putting out our things on social media. We want to be able to show, if all the pictures of anybody who's interested. This is Tom from Twitter. He got himself like a big old, bucket full of bluegills.
Yeah, look at that.
That smile says it all right there, right?
That's good eating right there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. That makes me hungry right there. Mm-hmm. And then
I need to switch it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was curious if I get to do this. We got, what else is next? This is Aunt Molly. She wanted to show off some pictures that she took. She got a wood duck. Yeah. And a pretty shot of it, too.
That's the prettiest duck out there, I think.
My favorite mount. Where's that?
Yeah. As soon as I saw this, I immediately thought of you. So I was like, we're throwing that in for sure.
You a duck hunter, Grant?
It's my favorite. Waterfowl is my favorite.
Oh, okay.
This was Darcy this morning. She got herself into a lionfish right off the bat.
Yep. Darsizzle. Nice one.
Pretty.
Appreciate them for being supportive the way they are. She had a rough day the other day. Her boat broke down pretty serious.
Yeah, I seen them get towed in again.
Yep.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Gosh. Well, we've got our boat ready. I don't know. We're going off the bank to a private pond tomorrow after work. Going to be our first fish catching adventure tomorrow. I don't want to say it's guaranteed to catch some crappie, but we're going to catch some crappie tomorrow.
Yeah.
I like that. Nice. I haven't been able to catch a crappie in months, so I don't even know what a crappie looks like anymore.
I finally got one up in Waco with Peter.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to get the boat out this weekend, depending on what the weather's supposed to be like. We've got some more rain coming Friday and Saturday, so we've had a bunch of rain.
Yeah.
The ponds and lakes, everything around here is full.
That on your top of your list to fry up?
Crappie, bluegill. Yeah, I like to eat them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're like.
Janet said, "Don't jinx you guys."
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Too late, Janet.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, that's all right. Janet will catch, and he'll sit there and run the boat, or if they're on the shore, he'll just sit there.
Yeah, we're going in a pond tomorrow.
Are there any of those fishing superstitions you guys do believe in, like bananas on the boat? Or
I actually didn't know about the bananas on a boat till playing hooky sport fishing.
Oh wow, I've known that one for a long time. Don't bring bananas on a boat. But then Stan, what's his name, down in Florida, Stan's fam, he has a banana he's eating on his boat all the time when they're out there catching them big ass swordfish. So I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing until about 5 years ago, and I brought some banana chips out and had to leave them on the deck. Leave them on the dock. I wasn't allowed to bring them on, and I'm fine with it.
I've seen guides down there that are like, we don't even want that banana whatever sunscreen. You can't bring that on there. It says banana on it. I'm like, holy
banana boat.
Yeah. So, and how do you argue it? Because like Stan's fan, he'll catch a big fish and be like, see, we had a banana, but maybe you would have caught 4 of those big fish if you didn't have the banana.
Exactly. You don't know if there was like an
it.
IRS mistake being made on his taxes at that particular moment.
Another one I heard is you don't want to catch a fish on your first cast. It's bad luck to catch a fish on your first cast.
Totally believe that one. I've had way too many one fish days. I'm like, so I always make the first cast and so hoping can hit it.
So the biggest bluegill mounted behind me was caught on my very first cast. The 2 pound 4 ounce was on the very first cast, very first fish of the trip. So I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like what am I supposed to do about it, because I can't not catch a fish on my first cast. So
then you're good.
There you go. Yeah. I catch a fish every first cast. What are you talking about?
Every cast, I don't.
I guess it would depend on the fish.
I don't know what other ones are.
It's a double-digit bass. I'm fine. You know.
Right.
Yeah. Right. It does. It depends on the fish. If you get something serious, you're not going to let it go because of a superstition. Danny says he's thinking about handlining a redfish this weekend. Dude, go to the end of the Port A jetty. They're there. They're stacked up, and big boys are out there. It's like fish in a barrel, like literally. Hooked Up in Backlash says I have to eat a stripes burrito after I go fishing, or I jinx myself for the next day trip. I don't know about doing that afterwards, but man, stripes burritos, I think that plays into a lot of superstitions around here.
Well, it's best to do it afterwards, because if you do it before the trip, you can be in trouble while you're out there. So,
Not gonna lie about that. I'm a bob guy. I like to have a bob before a good fishing trip.
Oh yeah. Whataburger Bob.
Oh yeah, Ranchero.
Yeah, Farmall Boxy Outdoors is still around. He's had some trapping videos recently, and he usually goes live on Sunday evenings, about 7-8 your time. So, Kelly, what's your big superstition? Anything to add?
A fish on the first cast, I kind of believe in that one. I've had way too many one fish days from it, so I don't know if it's just me. I'm the one person that superstition sticks to, but I've had I think it's maybe the fish that you catch on the first cast.
It is. It's
I've
their
caught
fault.
a lot of. Well, no, I mean, I've been in areas and I catch a fish on the first cast and it'd be a toothy critter. So I'm maybe thinking that toothy critter being in that area is the reason none of the other fish are, you know?
Yeah.
Possibility.
Gotcha. No,
I have seen that.
I've had it happen when it's, catch one on the first cast. You think, all right, here we go. It's going to be a good day. And then not catch anymore. I have had it happen.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't remember where I've had a day I've had days where it was like I caught a fish on that first cast. And then it was work afterwards, but I don't recall ever getting skunked after a first cast fish.
I've had one fish days.
I've had plenty of that. Don't get me wrong, I've had some days I've caught a fish on the first cast and it's been an okay day. I've caught other fish. But I'm saying I've probably had more one fish days catching a fish on the first cast than I've had catching fish after a fish on the first cast.
Oh yeah, no, see, I've never seen
Danny, isn't that a weather one? He says fishing when the cows are laying down. Cows are laying. I thought that was a weather thing. The cows lay down because something about the barometric pressure or something. I don't know. It was some kind of weather thing. I think I've heard that before.
Yeah,
that sounds like something my grandfather would have
and
pushed.
The old fish bite the least when the wind's out of the east.
Yeah,
fish bite.
We went through that in Wisconsin.
Best when the wind's out of the west. It's not really a superstition. I don't know. Some might call it, wise tale, but I think there's actually some science behind it. I do believe in the lunar cycle. I do think that affect.
Yeah, there's too many.
Especially if you're a saltwater guy.
Yeah, too many big fishermen, because it has to do with tide and all that. The lunar does. So I'll buy into that. I don't know it well enough to, for me, 2.5, 3 hours away from the coast, I'm like, hey, we're going to get lodging and all that. So we're going to be down there next month at this time. Right. I don't care what the lunar is. If I'm there, I'm there. That's my opportunity to fish. So.
Yeah, I'm going to fish regardless.
Yeah.
But that moon cycle, I do believe in that one. When it's a full moon out, fishing's going to suck after a full moon.
Actually, I was reading an article about fishing, and I think I watched a video. But the term lunatic, like
that came from a full moon.
That came from the moon phase, luna.
Yeah.
So it's like
he's a lunatic.
Yep.
Exactly, but they're saying something like like water is affected by the moon phase, obviously, tides and all that. So like the force or the pressure from like the blood in your body, if you already have high pressure or something like that, it messes with you.
We've all seen those days
now,
at work where everybody's crazy.
That's probably hogwash, but I think it affects fishing.
Yeah, I won't argue with that.
I think it triggers
can't catch the first fish either. Someone else has to catch the first fish.
What am I supposed to do? I can't not catch fish.
I grew up, one of our competitions, me, my dad, and my brother, and I've carried it on, is a little dollar bet. First fish is $1.
Yeah.
Biggest fish is $1, and most fish is $1. You can't take away first fish. If you get the first one, you're getting $1 no matter what, right? You can beat the biggest later, you can beat the most, but you can't beat the first. So yeah, we always try to get that first fish.
That was a little harsh.
Come back. I should actually wait. I ain't waiting for nobody. Rule number 1, like rule period bar none. When I'm fishing, I want to have by the end of the day, I will have had a bait in the water longer than anybody else. I will have more baits in the water. I will have more bait time in the water than anybody else. More baits out there. I'm going to have them out there faster, longer, and I'm going to rebait more efficiently, quickly, whatever. Like that's my goal.
You saltwater guys, do you fish live bait or lures more?
I didn't even start doing artificials until recently. That's been kind of like I'm good with cut bait. I'm good with live bait. I always have been. Yeah. Now I'm kind of trying to expand and
same here.
Get better at it.
Yeah, I've started catching a few fish on lures down there now, but it was shrimp, cut bait, cut menhaden, whatever. Yeah. Shrimp will catch anything at the coast, just about.
Shrimp and mullet.
That's a blessing and a curse, because even all the little crappy fish he'll catch them too on shrimp.
And never underestimate the value of a fish bite.
Yeah, fish bites, especially surfing.
Hey, Grant, so we missed this a second ago. I know we're on borrowed time, but real quick, I've got that perch picture down there. We missed that in the pictures. Would you mind bringing that up since Ben is going to harass me?
Is that it? No.
Nope, that's a duck.
Try this one.
Oh, that's Ben. That's your sunrise that we had. But there's one more. I want to see I want to see Ben's perch. There it is. That was Ben's catch of the day last weekend, which I appreciate you sending that my way, Ben. Thank you.
Is that a saltwater perch? That's not.
Yeah, which isn't a perch, right?
Right. We just call it that.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but we call it perch.
$10 because you showed his fish.
Oh, sweet. Cheers, Ben. Thank you. Have a great week as well.
Appreciate you, Ben. Thank you. And thank you for sending the pics. I actually, honestly, I got those pics and I was stoked about it because I did not get to go to the beach this weekend. So it was nice seeing some, pictures of it and stuff like that. And I'm good with perch. Like I eat perch, no problems.
Yeah. I haven't had saltwater version yet.
It's good, man. It's
good,
aren't
we?
Yeah, we're getting close.
What we got coming up? Anybody got something like on the burner video wise? Or I know Grant, you're going fishing tomorrow. Grant says, Janet, that you're gonna slay the crappie tomorrow.
Get them.
Stanley, you got something coming up in the near?
Yeah, so real quick for anybody watching, I've got a series of videos. We have our 5th season of vlogs, the whole thing I've been talking about. That is coming up here in March. I've got a series of videos that I'm gonna be putting out. It's a little out of it's a little bit different than what we're doing normally. I'm going to be putting out a series of videos about fishing regulations. please suffer through with me. This is going to be additional content. It's going to be like basically for people searching for information. It's kind of something that's underserved on YouTube. I'm trying to take advantage of that. So suffer through with me. We are going to have some vlogs coming up here. It's going to be about 2 weeks before we see the vlogs. So, cool. But we're going to hit the ground running here real fast. We got a lot of stuff coming up. So be excited.
And I'm still trying to push out on the other channel. So you guys, A&J Outdoors, my regular channel. Then I got A&J Outdoors vlog channel. I'm trying to do a vlog weekly and a podcast. If you just want to listen to them, they're out there. Got one done up this last week. Haven't worked on the one for this week yet. And it's only Tuesday. I got time. We'll knock out another vlog probably for this week too. And see if I can get a guest on there too. No main fishing channel videos yet.
You got them coming up. You got some stuff coming. Kelly, what you got, man?
Like I said, that April 2nd opener is really like the start of outdoor content in this area. That's like the start of the season for everybody. So I'll have I've missed one trout opener my whole life. So my whole life up here. So I should have some content for that. But I got some kayak rigging I need to do, get ready for that season. So
you got to film that.
Camera. Yeah, strap a camera on and film that. I've got some top 10 list videos I'm making, like most influential fishing YouTubers with that algorithms kind of trending in this niche. So I'm wrote that video.
What's on YouTube?
The game.
Nice, Mark. Looking forward to it. All right, so Kelly, thank you for joining us. If you guys don't know,
thanks for having me.
His link is in the description. Next week we're over at John's.
Yeah, last week. Yeah, you got next.
Yeah, we're at my place next week.
All right, links are in the description. Thank you all so much for joining us.
Thanks, folks.
Have a great week,
guys. Have a great week. Look forward to seeing you next week.
Cheers.